Destiny 2 Lightfall is looking to be our Infinity War of the Light and Dark saga. There is much to discuss until its release next month. I've crammed together some big topics that needs to be discussed as they have heavy beats to the story of Destiny. If you don't mind subscribing and liking the video as well as joining our community Discord, that would help out the channel. But let's get all those intros aside and delve right into it. With Lightfall releasing basically a month from now, the time for some of the items that you might have purchased from the Lightfall reveal back in August are going to start coming in. And I know I haven't covered a lot of stuff on the Collector's Edition. I know some people have back in August, but we really probably forgot about it until now because no one really checks back on it. I personally bought the Collector's Edition and I forgot about it for like 3 months of how much money I spent on it, and I'm going to get it soon, but we know around late January to late February you're going to get the Collector's Edition if you bought it. And with it, gives you a huge replica, gives you a lot of items, a lot of Grimoire cards, a lot of concept art. It gives you a lot of stuff, books, all that kind of stuff. And if you're down for that kind of stuff like me, you are going to love it. It is pretty, expensive, being $250 base over here in the US, but again, it's pretty much. And one of the things that I love about the Collector's Edition is that it gives us a lot of art and a lot of images and pictures if you're into that with Destiny. If you buy it, it's just awesome to finally see that, in person and just look and be able to keep those images for yourself. And one of the things with the Collector's Edition that we know of is that we are getting a lot more with the Cabal, the Shadow Legion, and more specifically Tora Bottle. And one of the things with Tora Bottle in the lore is that it was destroyed by Xe'Thor-Wrath. Xe'Thor-Wrath, basically, here's an oversimplification for it, but just went in there and took a shit on Keitel and everything and literally destroyed the entire place. It was bad for Keitel, it was bad for the Cabal, basically, which made them to leave that place. It would be awesome one day if we do get Tora Bottle as a location. I know a lot of people have put that in like a fan-made solar system image. If we can get that sometime in the future, because it's very interesting now that we're allies with the Cabal. But being that said, we have gotten a new look, new image at what Xe'Thor-Wrath looks like from that close-up, and this again looks even better than the little close-up that we got from back in the Witch Queen. We did have Xe'Thor-Wrath have a little cameo in one of the cutscenes after completing the first mission of the Witch Queen, but that was basically it. We had Xe'Thor-Wrath be one of the focus points in a lot of the previous seasons, being one in Season of the Hunt, the beginning of Year 4, the end of Year 4 with Season of the Lost, but we have not seen her be up in the big screen, and she is certainly one of the big antagonists for this season, being that she is using the Wrathborn to get the Warset network and get all the, everything from the Warmind and use it for her own benefit against us. And now it was revealed recently, if you played week 6, that if we do resurrect the Warmind or put the Warmind back online to be able to kill and attack all the Wrathborn, Xe'Thor-Wrath will have enough power to do a summoning ritual over the Traveler and of course put the Ascendant Plane over and take over Earth. So it would basically be a win for her, as she is the god of war. Giving her the power of just using violence makes her powerful, as Savathun was powered by using deceit and using trickery. Xe'Thor-Wrath is the god of war. Using violence is what triggers and what powers her worm. So as you can see, it's one of those things that really sucks about Xe'Thor-Wrath, is that you can't go out and flat kill her. And that was a problem for us Guardians, that was a problem for Marasov, and that's one of the big things there. So being that said, we have not been able to face up and just go out and kill her. She has definitely been an antagonist that we are likely going to see in Lightfall, and one of the big reveals is that image from those books really give up a close-up more on what she is going to look like. And there has been art that Mylan has shared over on his channel of his recent videos on what Xe'Thor-Wrath even looks, just using more concept art from other people that he know of, and again, it just looks amazing to finally have her, look like that. I just cannot wait to finally see Xedo Wrath get into the forefront in Lightfall. And yet, if for some reason, if Xedo Wrath does not come out or does not be one of the main antagonists with Callus and the Witness, apparently for the Lightfall expansion, it's certain that she will come with the Year 6 seasons and definitely come with the Final Shape expansion. But I kind of want her, just me personally, for her to have a cameo and her to be one of the big antagonists for the Lightfall expansion. There's something more to this, as well as we recently had a TLDR on a lot of the weapon craft changes. If you looked on the Bungie website, you could see a lot of changes happening to mods and a lot to the weapon crafting system, the loadout system. There has been a lot of images out there now on the Bungie website, and again, it's amazing of how much changes they're doing. And with some of the images, they have released some of the things from the background, like how the power level apparently is going to be like 1,800, and also reveal some stuff about the artifact, major changes to the artifact, but also what the artifact looks like. And there's a lot of resemblance that many have been saying on Twitter and on YouTube that it looks a lot like the Season of the Lost artifact, more of an awoken type, looking, artifact, which is pretty cool. Some have also said it looks very Cloud Stridery, if you really want to say it that. Technology from the, of course, city of Neomuna, but a lot more is leaning to an awoken type season again. And if you have the awoken based on a season again, you're probably likely going to see Xedo Wrath, as she is the last one to finally be, the antagonist of the Awoken, if you really want to call it that, a Taken based season. Many of the friends I've talked to actually think it's going to be a Vex season, as there's a lot of Vex cameos, a lot of Vex scenes. The Vex network is likely going to return, and there is Vex seen on Neomuna, and I would love to see more Vex and have a Vex-based season. We haven't seen a Vex season since Season of the Splicer, which was back in Year 4, but we also didn't see a Awoken season since Season 15, which was Season of the Lost, which was the last season of Year 4. So they're both likely to happen, could likely to happen, both not too much off from one of the center from what's going to happen. So from what I'm saying, I feel that Xedo Wrath would be a huge antagonist if it's going to be another Awoken season again, and which again is likely to be happening fairly soon. If we focus Lightfall on Callus, we're likely going to focus our next, all our energy, of course, to the Witness, but Xedo Wrath is on that side of the Witness now, as sometime Savathun is likely going to be resurrected back, as Omaro did escape from the Witch Queen, or did escape from us killing the ghost itself. So we are likely going to see Omaro come back, and we are likely going to see the Lucent Brood with, of course, the Light, and Savathun come back for some time around Year 6, and sometime for Final Shape. I said for Season 22, it's likely that we're going to see Savathun. If Bungie is planning to launch another returning raid with the Year 6 model, which is likely to happen, it can only be Crotazen or Wrath of Machine. And a lot of people have said that Wrath of Machine has no current plans to be actually added into Destiny, coming from a developer interview. So it could look likely that Crotazen comes back, leading more to it could be a Hive Sense season going into Season 22 if it is a Vex or a Cloud Strider season this time around in Season 20 coming up in a month. So likely we are going to probably see some more impacts, more season-based stuff on the Hive, and if we don't see Xedo Wrath anytime soon in Lightfall, we are likely going to finally see her have a huge impact against us in the seasons leading up to the Final Shape. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. I know it was a big video on Xedo Wrath, and it was a lot of talking about it, but it was something to really go into because I felt like we really haven't talked about Xedo Wrath as much, and it has definitely been since when I started playing in Beyond Light. Well, actually I started playing Forsaken, but started doing more videos in Beyond Light. It's always been like, oh, it's Xedo Wrath again, oh, it's Xedo Wrath again. So I wanted to cover more on it. I hope you guys are excited like I am. And again, if you do want to support the channel, subscribe, like, and join our community Discord. But other than that, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys. If you guys want to leave some feedback in the comments as well, that would be greatly appreciated. I'm changing the style of this Destiny video just to see how you guys might react to it. I have changed up my microphone and I changed the quality of the video, so it's going to be very different from a lot of my other videos. So again, let me know how you think about it, because I try to learn from all the mistakes that I do from previous videos, and again, it helps out a lot.